Okay, Jayden is the funniest and wittiest. Like, I've never met somebody so funny. And Skylar is definitely the smartest by far.
Jayden is the funniest for sure. Jordan is the biggest instigator.
I would say Skylar's the most driven. And Jordan's the most dramatic.
Hi, I'm Jordan.
I'm Skylar.
And I'm Jayden.
And we're the Moores. I just think we had so much fun, and we owe that entirely to our parents for providing us everything we needed so that all we had to worry about was having fun.
Whether it be back in their hometown of Sykesville, Maryland, or now here on campus here in Durham, there's one thing you know about the Moores. If they're doing something, they're doing it together.
During the summer, we would do weird challenges that our neighbors probably thought we were crazy. Like we do triathlons in the pool, like on the bikes. Like we would push ourselves to exhaustion for fun.
They would yell at me until I did a muscle up out of the pool.
And we were always so competitive.
Yes.
He used to make me cry when I was younger almost every day. We would play basketball and he would shoot the shot from the same spot every time. And he would make it. All of a sudden he's prime Kobe making these. And he's like, memory lane, memory lane. Every day I would come in crying, saying I'm never playing against him ever again. But then the next day I'd be back out there playing against him, which I think taught me how to persevere and get through my emotions. But then he's so dramatic too.
Yeah, he can dish it out, but he can't take it.
We're not gonna forget the time.
Yeah.
He took a Gatorade water bottle. He takes a Gatorade water bottle. He's like, guys, look at this new trick I found. And he puts it between his feet. And he puts it over his head. And he's squeezing it with his feet like this. And it drops under his eye.
Right, the little nozzle.
And he runs upstairs and stayed upstairs for the whole day.
We'd have rap battles at night.
Rap battles at night, roast sessions at night.
Just having fun and not having a care in the world, there's no better way to grow up, I think.
On and off the field, the Moores lived their life according to a standard, one established early on by their parents, Percy and Janice.
Our standard that we kind of had amongst ourselves and the people we were around was kind of like excellence. We weren't allowed to play sports if we didn't have good grades. There was no C's, no sports. Or
Wait, they've never said that.
our family friends go to Navy, Northwestern, Penn, Yale. And so we all thought that was normal kind of until we got here and we're telling people that we all go to Duke. And they're like, wow. My parents always told me when I was picking schools, when I was getting recruited, don't choose a school for the football coach. Choose a school for the school. And you want to be proud of the school that you graduate from. And the name of Duke carries weight throughout the whole world. I'm proud to say that I will be furthering my academic and quarterback dreams as a Duke University.
Jordan arrived at Duke in January of 2021 as a quarterback. 4 years later, he's established himself as one of the best wide receivers in the ACC.
Deep drop, has time, loads the cannon, launches it for Moore, on the right, he's got it! Oh, what a catch! Jordan Moore at the 22, full extension! Over the middle, it is juggled and caught! Who else? Jordan Moore one more time!
But as we all know, sometimes your harshest critics come from home.
I feel like I usually trust that they're doing the best that they can, but there are some times where I feel like you'll get the ball, and I'm like, why would you run straight to the other guy? I know he's also running to you.
Bro's a hater.
Faster. If you went a little bit faster, you would have caught that.
A year after Jordan arrived on campus, Skylar would have a decision to make of her own, a process that would ultimately lead her to the Bull City as well. Skylar's journey at Duke began in the fall of 2022, and a year later she would find a unique way to get closer to her older brother.
Honestly, my thought process was, how can I be more intentional about spending time with them on a regular basis? I've been working in here in recruiting as a student recruiting assistant, and so what I do when I come in is host the prospective student athletes and set up for game day events and things like that. Non-visit days, and I'm just in the office. I'm doing like transcripts and film cut-ups and things like that. Even if I don't see them, if they're in a lift and I'm in the office, to know that we're in the same vicinity is really heartwarming, and it's something that I was really intentional about.
She almost forgot about her most important job.
What?
Getting our dad 20 tickets per game.
That's the real reason.
Because she started working there, my dad thought that, oh, then I must be working there then.
6 months later, the family's needs for tickets would grow as Jayden had a decision to make as to where he wanted to play his college football, admittedly knowing he'd been on Duke's radar for quite some time.
My recruiting process was a little bit early thanks to Jordan. It actually helped me a lot because of him I got noticed. And so my freshman year I went to the Duke camp. I did well, and then the next year I came back and I was still his brother, so then everyone was looking at me, which put a lot of pressure on me, but like we were saying, from a young age we've been learning to deal with that pressure. I got the offer, and then that same winter Skylar got early decision and came to Duke. And I still wasn't really thinking about what I wanted to do because I was so young. That was my sophomore year. As I started coming down for more of the visits to watch Jordan's games and also just with the recruiting visits, and I started to fall in love with the school and how everything was ran here. Yeah, I would say one of the hardest things for me is having them both here, but specifically both in the football building, proving that you should be here and I'm not just here because of them. I got here on my own. And they're just a bonus. I think that's been probably the hardest thing for me, but it's been going well because Jordan's been helping me through that on the field and Sky's been helping me through that off the field.
But he's also earned, like when he got here, he's earned everything he got.
The champ is here.
He's like one of the hardest workers on the team when we did mat drills. I think that he was the only one in my mind that I thought had a chance to beat me just because of his mindset. So like, he earned the respect of the team. It wasn't something that was just given to him.
As we all know, whether you're in the classroom, in the recruiting office, or on the field, college can be challenging, but the experience is always what you make of it, especially when you're surrounded by those that know you best.
As a little sister, it's really nice to have your older brother on campus with you. From the jump, I felt like I was good and I had someone here to lean on, and that being my older brother was the best feeling.
What I found is kind of funny is we always lift as the offense together, and he'll be over there and we'll be like hitting like a max squat rep, and I'm like down in the bottom of the depth like this, and he's over there like just trolling me, which sucks in the moment, but it's kind of like it helps me like take my mind off of how hard the rep is and just like keeping it lighthearted, keeping football fun.
I just kind of use the opportunity for them being here to have as much fun as we can, kind of like get to know them on a different level when our parents aren't around, and we can really do whatever we want and just kind of be there for them and make memories, because college is time to make memories, and there's no people to do it better than with your siblings.
My favorite part about being here with them is just the laughter all the time. Like, it's either two people making fun of one person and the one person doesn't know it and thinks that they're with someone else making fun of the other person, and just like introducing our friends to each other and having such a huge group.
So like his friends are the same friends as mine, and her friends are my friends too. And so like it's not just like we're hanging out with our siblings and they have to be separate. It's like we can all hang out together and all be friends with each other.
We definitely make it a point to get meals a lot, and that's where we'll just sit for hours and just laugh and talk, and it feels like we're having dinner at home.
Being able to laugh and just joke around and, you know, just be yourself completely without being judged or actually, they do judge me. But, but not being cared about being judged is a great feeling.
And in many respects, it's that comfort and sense of family that undoubtedly keeps them grounded 5 hours from home, but very much aware of what paved their path to Duke.
I don't think we'll ever be able to give enough gratitude to our mom and dad for putting us in this position in the first place. We're so grateful for our upbringing and now developing a relationship with our parents as adults and being guided by them in our decisions, and growing closer in this new stage of life is something that I've really appreciated.
My parents haven't had to pay for school for any of us yet, and I think that it's such a blessing that we were able to take that burden off of them just by you know, being us.